AB decks. Newer AB deck. Yeah, cream puff, I would say. Chief, Maltese. I don't know. Like, here's some like older yellow challenge cutter. Some stitchers. You know, like the Rossback 2 heads. Got several of them here. What, 5 of them here? 6.
Sure.
Got all sorts of different, you know, between 1/4 inch, 1 or 3/4 inch stitchers, multi-head stitchers.
Sure.
What is that? 6 different yellow challenge 3-head paper drills.
Will all those go through
No.
an auction or
Maybe the stitchers.
maybe the stitchers?
And we'll throw a paper drill up. But this is something that paper drills, we will always have tons of 3-hole paper drills, like these yellow ones.
Right.
Just get so many of them.
And those are stitchers as well, right?
Yeah, these are different types of stitchers.
Right.
I don't know what all these are. Brandon drawings this stuff. Cutter. Blades.
For the cutters.
Get through. Craft. Windmills. We'll go up to. I'll show you the windmill room. I don't know if you guys do. Like that's kind of the classic die cutting, perforating, scoring. Just does everything.
I see.
Very super popular, still used today in a lot of print shops are those windmills, but they were built in the 60s and 70s, or late 60s. But, I mean, they don't make them anymore. T-heads, but, you know, I don't know, you guys probably don't want T-heads because
I'm not sure what it is.
this is a second color unit for a press.
Okay.
So you could put it on. You could put it on a press, and then the press will go from a 1-color to a 2-color press.
I see.
You know what I mean? But now you're in India, or you're?
I'm in Russia.
Oh, you're in Russia.
Right. Right.
Oh, I don't know. Well, in India, they charge an additional tax for every color head.
Huh.
To import.
To import.
This would actually cost the same amount in tax as a 2-color press. But it doesn't print true 2-color.
Right.
Or well, it does print true 2-color. It's not a true 2-color though.
Right. Yeah, I'll show this to the guys.
Yeah. Oh, they run the print shop.
They actually like a dealer.
They're a dealer.
Yeah, they got a large warehouse and.
Auction equipment, just to show you.
Okay.
Like the one room we were in was more export stuff. This is a foil stamper. Get those in all the time.
What is the foil stamper?
Well, it's actually a patented heat press. It's just you can use them for all sorts of different things. Like some things require heat transfer to put them on. So like
Sure.
T-shirt logos and stuff like that. There's a perfing scoring numbering machine. Get these in all the time. Behind it is a shrink wrap system. There's a sealer and a heat tunnel there.
Sure.
Another stitcher. Here's a nicer folder.
Folder, yeah.
Kind of newer.
How much would something like this would? Well, again, you probably want me to talk to Jack, right?
Yeah, you'd have to talk to Jack. I mean, I think this has a whole glue system on it. We haven't sold it yet, so or this one's going on auction.
Right.
I don't know, 5,000 or 6,000.
5,000 or 6,000.
Would be my guess,
Right.
but I couldn't tell you. Whole big UV coating line.
Do you happen to have any CTPs in?
Yeah, we'll get to them.
Okay. That's a folder as well, right?
Yeah, folder. couple different shrink wrap systems back there. There's a case sealer next to it. Another double-headed taper, paper cutter. Here's another shrink wrap system. This is kind of a little different than the standard styles. Like a full wrap, kind of like wraps around.
Sure, sure.
Kind of.
There's a heat tunnel somewhere, right?
This is it.
This is it.
That's a heat tunnel.
Sure.
We're going conveyors. Big GBC laminator with a whole big auto feed sheets, auto cuts, you know. So when you're running like through a laminator, it'll like stop and cut equipment. This is some of it is obviously the stuff that says Boggs on it, like this Wallenberg is ours. This is just another guy that's in the building that used to work with Jack for a while, and this is just some of his equipment.
I see. He's kind of in the same business.
Yeah, he actually, like a lot of this stuff actually is ours. But, like these Davidsons. Yeah. So apparently, because I don't know if he's actually doing equipment stuff still right now. He only sells to Peru. He just had to. So this is just some auction stuff that we have right now.
Will you try to whatever equipment goes on auction? Jack mentioned that a technical guy would come in and try to assess the quality, right? Just to maybe possibly see if it's working.
Yeah, especially anything like newer, like this laminator, for example. I mean, it's not a super new laminator, but when it was new, it was, worth, whatever. I think they're 60 or 70,000 new.
Right.
And so they're a bit more above our technical abilities to be able to plug them in and see if they work.
Sure.
So we do have a guy that comes in once or twice a week and stuff like these booklet making systems. We're not exactly
certain how they work, right?
Well, we know how they work, but sometimes the actual, I don't know, there's just, like funky things that you have to do to get them to run.
Right.
Or, I don't know, we're just not super familiar with every single piece of equipment. Yeah, he is, that's all.
Sure. Yeah, we've sent a few of those, and apparently they're able to get them to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Right away in Russia. So. That's the CDP.
This one already sold, unfortunately.
Right. Do you know how much it went for?
27.
27.
But this is it's a unique case because all the lasers in this one, they have like lasers that actually etch the plates and stuff.
Right.
And this one, most of the time, all the lasers come in one group. In this one, you can actually replace all the lasers individually.
Right.
So the cost of maintaining this unit, if a
lot
laser
less.
burns out,
Right.
seriously, way less.
It's probably $500 per laser, right? Roughly.
Yeah.
Yep. Possibly even less.
These are windmills. These are Heidelberg windmills. And other stuff. We do some letterpress stuff too. It, once again, just comes in waves. Seems like more letterpress stuff in the summer. I have no clue why.
Those, you said wood press, is that how you call it?
Letterpress.
Letterpress. So this is kind of an older type, or it's actually prints letters, like it would press.
So you could. They have what's called a chase, and you can see it here, and it will actually hold the die, or that could be letters in here in that whole thing, and then when it comes together, it will. Actually, this gripper bar picks up a piece of paper, puts it here, and this whole thing clamps shut after getting inked.
Sure.
And then it's super popular in the States right now because
pretty interesting.
They like that vintage look to like wedding cards and stuff like that and invitations. So these do that. They don't print. They print the print looks good because it's metal type, but it's not the same as, the
high-tech laser.
Right. Something made with like a CTV.
Right.
Right.
And apparently you have a lot of those, right? That's
The windmills, yes.
Do you sell them in the United States or do you try to export them? It doesn't really matter.
It depends. Windmills, they have red balls and black balls. That is what year, and this one has what's called lockout rollers. So there's like just some kind of key things you can use to tell what it is. So these are 10 by 15 size. This would be with red ball with lockout. So this means that it's one of the later models, so like later 60s, which means less mileage and just slightly better. All the mechanics are just slightly better on them. They're less worn out. This might be an older model,
Right.
but this one has some kind of additional
Electronic
something.
unit,
I don't know what they have going on there. This has nothing to do with it.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay, I thought it was something else.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's just a piece that's put in front of it.
right.
They also have, I don't know if we have any, a 12 or 13, 18 size. So that's just, this area here is actually larger, so that just means you can print on a 13, 18 instead of a 10, 15 piece of paper.
Right.
That's all.
Does this look like a CDP as well?
That's just, that's part of the other AGFA system.
Oh, I
that
see.
we
It's
have,
not a
so this is like the plate washer or something.
plate washer. Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, we get in a lot. I know we have like the AB Dick